Starting on all fours, I'm going to have my hands underneath my shoulders, my knees roughly under my hips. Any wrist issues, maybe walk the hands forward just a little bit and turn them out slightly. See what works best for you. Okay, we're going to take cat and cow. So on the inhale, I'm arching into the spine, raising the bum, raising the chest. Maybe also raising the eyeballs, so you're stretching the muscles in the eyes. Exhale, drawing the pubic bone towards the navel, spreading the shoulder blades as you round into the back, looking back between your knees. Inhale. Draw the hands back slightly without actually moving them. So you're making that tension, brings the chest a little bit further through the shoulders. Breathing out, rounding into the back again, really bringing good movement here into the spine. You're going to carry that on for 8 to 10 rounds. Then making sure that you're keeping the weight equal between the knees and between the hands. I want you to raise the left arm towards the sky. It's then going to slide directly behind that right wrist. Let this left shoulder and ear find the floor. Then push back into that right hand and raise the arm again. We'll then take that to the other side. So this is our thread the needle. Inhale, raising this arm up, keeping the weight distribution even. Slides through underneath that left arm. Letting this right shoulder and right ear come down towards the ground. I'm going to repeat that 5 times on each side. Okay, from here, we're taking a low lunge. So I'm going to bring the right foot forward to where that hand was. I'm actually going to shuffle this left knee back just a little bit, increasing the stretch into this left hip flexor. Now, what's important with our lunge here, I want you to think about bringing the tailbone underneath. So you're tucking that tailbone under. That's going to increase the stretch here into this left quad. Hold it here for 5 breaths. And then we can go to the other side. So simply swapping over, maybe bring that right knee back a little bit. Just see how it feels for you. Tailbone's coming through, okay? We're not leaning back, we're still neutral, but with this little tuck under, that's going to deepen the stretch into that right quad. Okay, and release. So we're going to come back to that first low lunge. What we want you to do here is to let your bum come back towards the left foot as you straighten into that right one. Try not to let the bum shift over. So it doesn't matter how far back you go. You might want to have your hands on some blocks or something here. Lengthening through the spine. Keep the movement quite gentle. So if you need to keep a bend into this knee, then do. Okay. So now come back into that low lunge. And we're going to start to straighten through this right leg. Doesn't matter how straight it gets until you feel that stretch. So it might be that you're here, or maybe you have your hands on some blocks and come a little bit further. If you're particularly bendy, then maybe you straighten this leg all the way. But what we don't want you to be doing is to swing that left hip over. And you can even draw the head down. That might feel very strong. We'll go to the other side with that. So left foot forward. I'm then going to try and straighten somewhat into this left leg, letting my bum come back towards that heel. You might be here, absolutely fine, or you may have your hands on some blocks or onto your fingertips, or your hands might be on the floor. We're keeping these toes flexed to deepen that sensation. And then if you want, if it feels as though you've got it in you today, you might even fall down over that front leg. These are all different expressions of the same posture, of the same stretch. All right, and let's release that. Lying down, and take our figure of 4. So bringing the right ankle across the top of that left knee, so just where the knee and the thigh meet. Pushing that knee away. Already I'm starting to feel that into that right hip. And then if you want, you could bring this left knee up and a little bit nearer towards the face. Feel that sensation, feel that stretching into the outer hip, into the outer glute. And bringing that left foot down to the floor. Take that to the other side. So I'm going to bring my left ankle across onto the top of that right knee. Draw this knee up, or you can leave it on the floor and just gently ease that left knee away from you. Try to keep the sacrum in contact with the mat. You can have your hands by the side if you prefer. Some people like to hold behind the thigh here and use this elbow to open that leg up. Entirely up to you. Let's plant the feet back onto the floor. Okay, and then from here, we're going to have your feet about hip width apart as we take bridge, arms by the side. Any knee issues, just walk the feet a little bit further away. Breathing in. As we breathe out, I'm slowly raising the hips towards the sky, creating this arch into the spine. Really pushing the hips up, pushing into the feet. Maybe push more into the heels here. Slowly lowering down. Feeling that curve of the spine as you ease it to the floor. Make contact with the mat. I'm then going to raise again on the exhale. Take this 5 to 8 times with control. Great for the glutes, the quads, the back. And back down we go. Bring the knees in. I always love a little ankle roll. Okay, from here, knees going to flop in together, bringing the feet about mat width apart, arms out to a T shape. I'm going to let the knees fall to one side. Doesn't matter how far that down they get towards the ground. We come back to center and they come back to the other side. Now, when you come back to the middle, I want to make sure that my lumbar spine, my sacrum makes full contact with the floor. Feel that imprint and then come to the other side. Now just make sure that we keep the control there. We're not just speeding from one side to the other. Maybe take that 5 or 6 times on each side. Okay, and from there, so we'll come up to seating and swing round, coming down onto the tummy. We're taking a Sphinx pose. So I have my hands just in line with my elbows. My elbows are underneath my shoulders. I'm going to raise through the chest. So I'm not forcing myself up by pushing into the arms. I'm raising the chest and my forearms are here just allowing me to stay. If you want a little bit more into the back here, you could come higher, allowing your hands just to support you here into your seal pose. If this is a bit too much onto the lower back though, then come back to the Sphinx. And return to the floor. I'm going to bring the hands back slightly and push myself back to a child's pose. And in child's pose, walking the hands to the left so that your chest, your torso will come towards this left leg. Feel that stretch down the right side of the trunk and walk these fingers a little bit further away. Every time you exhale, can you make any more movements? Make any more space to move the hand. Come back to center, just recalibrate, and then we bring the arms over to the right. Chest goes as well, and lowering down over that right leg. Don't worry if your bum's not on your heels. This is more about the spine, letting the spine just release that stretch into the left of the side body. Okay, we come back to center. And then back to all fours, tuck the toes, not the tail. And here we are in a downward facing dog. Bend the knees, bum hole up towards the sky, push the ground away, chest heading back towards the thighs. Don't worry how lifted the heels are. You'll notice mine are very lifted. And then I'm just going to walk to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Forward fold, bend into the knees. Inhale, arms rise.